Stephen Reeker here.
How you doing, buddy? Good seeing you. And yeah, look, we're on part 3, Building 3 Wellness with Kim Hui, and now we have some special guests, Amy Dunlap, our leader of the Fierce Life Group. Amy was on a little earlier. She explained, a great. You had some technical difficulties this morning or yesterday when we were doing this, and anyway, Amy talked about how she builds the business, how she's, kind of done it in her career.
Yep.
We also have Adrianne Ruizwho, who we've met before, and also Holly Demont. And each one are going to go through and give us their expertise on building the 3 wellness business.
That's great.
So here we go. I guess Amy will be wrapping things up here
today. Who on my team hasn't done their perfect 7 that I can help them share? Who do I need to book a launch event with? And who do I need to follow up with? So it's very fluid. And then if nobody's moving in my team, nobody's working, which happens from time to time, then I'm looking at how quickly can I get, I'm looking at who can I share with so that I can recreate that momentum and build volumes on my team. So every day is focused on who has heard the opportunity and who needs to follow, who do I need to help either follow up on or help someone follow up on.
Awesome. So let me kind of recap. So if you have team member that you brought in that are excited, that are working, you're going to help them. And so also you're going to do the show and tell, show them what you do and you tell them what you did. And you're also constantly keeping your pipeline. If you're, for any whatever reason, if your team is not keeping you busy, you go out there and look for new ones. Is that correct?
100%. 100%.
So that's your daily activity. That is awesome. And so for new people coming in, you're also going to show them how to launch their business. So maybe you teach a little bit. How do you help them launch their business?
So when a new person comes in, within 24 hours, I'm getting on a Zoom with them, to be honest, because I can scale that faster on a Zoom. So we've already closed them. So I'm getting on the Zoom with them and I'm finding out from them, what do they want? Like, what do they want? So that I can get their vision, so that I can figure out what is their why, what feeds them, because that's very important. Because then as a coach, I can always go back to, okay, this is your why, and remind them. So that's the first thing, is to get with them and figure out their why. The next thing I want to figure out from them, because sometimes it's so uncomfortable for an individual just to reach out to, if I say to them, reach out to 7 people, they just don't do that. So I'm figuring out from them, who are your 7 best people? Who are the people that have vision, have desire, have strength? Who do you want to go on a trip with you? And then I'm getting that list of people from them. So now I've got their vision, I've got their best list of 7, and then I give them a baby step. So out of these 7 people, who is the one person that you have enough influence over that that you could get on a Zoom with me? If you can get them on a Zoom. So I'm giving them that baby step of that person with the most influence to get them really comfortable, so they have success out of the gate, if that kind of makes sense. So that's what I'm doing. And then booking their launch event, a launch event, so I can get in front of their entire circle. So not just launching out an individual, but launching out a team. So if I bring Adrianne in, it's not Adrianne. I'm looking at bringing Adrianne and launching out a team.
So let's say you sponsor Adrianne and Adrianne sponsor a few other people. So you will set up a launch event either through Zoom or in home, and then they can invite their people to a location so they can do the launch events.
Absolutely.
Got you. Thank you. That's very helpful. Thank you so much, Amy. Now let's bounce it to Holly. I know you're still not stuck. You're still enjoying Iowa, the farm. I know how much you want to go back to Arizona. So Holly, also, I know you are one of those people that's very organized, very strategic with your time. So would you share with our audience, what's your daily activities like?
Okay, every day is different. So I may seem organized, which it's all priority based. And stuff will come at me and my day changes because of a priority of someone I can meet with right then. A lot of it is with meetings, coffee shops, absolutely. Whether it's with someone that could be 3-4 levels deep and they're bringing in someone 5th level deep. And it's that, when you're around more people that are doing this business and you hear that perspective, that belief, that osmosis, then that's powerful. So a lot of my time right now is spent with the team and also with Zooms. Many Zooms are happening, and we're doing the Activate workshops once a week in person and then online. And, I would say we saw a pretty big shift when we started with the process, Kim, that you rolled out with the NDO. Watch the NDO first for a brand new person, and then make your list of 50, star your top 10. Then the 4th step is activate. So going back to my day, so much of my day is activating. So it's helping, even if people are brand new or they've been in the business they've been in for 3 months. Verbiage and crafting and curating those messages to people and follow-up messages. That is so important. And, I have done this for over a decade, and it is kind of second nature to me. And so helping so many people craft those, and I'll share a tip, because we did an Activate workshop. We do them every Saturday.
Would you Holly, just explain to the team, to the people here on the audience, what is activation workshop? So that way you can explain to them. Yeah.
Absolutely. So the Activate workshop is, everybody comes the ticket. So the ticket entry to get into the workshop is you've watched the NDO, the new distributor orientation with Samson Lee and myself. And so that has created a really strong foundation, because it's answered so many questions and we're already on the same language. So we can talk CV, we can talk cycles, we can talk back office, we can talk placement. That video covers so much. It's very valuable. And if people said, oh, I didn't watch it all, we'll be like, you have to watch it all to get into the workshop. So watch the entire video and then make your list of 50. That's your ticket to get into the workshop. The workshop we have is 90 minutes long. And in that workshop, we're going through their top 10. So whether there's 10 people there, whomever, we're not going to get through all 10 for every person, but someone will say, okay, this person I went to nursing school with, and they give a little bit of a background and tell us more. And then we all kind of work together, but I bring out points of this is how I would approach this person based on what they shared with me. And, you'll find that you'll get like 2 to 3 really good ones that you can rinse and repeat. Just tailor it, personalize it to the next person that you're reaching out to. Be like, oh, I like that. And so we have some really great verbiage that we come out of that with. And then we do share with the group. Because verbiage is fun. I think when we can make it fun and we don't use boring words, that makes people a little more intrigued. And when you just tweak a couple things, that helps. So the workshop is really to help people to send invites. So sending invites right there. They're taking notes though on everybody else's, using that for their people. And, the Activate piece is all about getting them enrollments, filling their pipeline. Because all in all, what we want to do is we want to meet people. We want them to be open. We want to give them tools to see what 3 is, get them on a Zoom, absolutely, but help them to make a decision to start with us. But that first starts with that initial phone call or text or voice text. And the Activate workshop has really helped to create verbiage and build confidence. And I'll give one example that happened with Danielle, and it's awesome. She thought of someone really special to her, and she gave us the background, more medical background. And we did the first intro message. And then we said, okay, let's say she's yes to being open. What's the next message? We crafted the second message. Okay, what are you going to send her in that second message? Okay, what's the third message? So we did 3 messages. And, I'm so excited for the girl that she did those 3 messages with, because she had the Zoom with Dr. Alicia. And I can't wait for her to come on board if she hasn't already. But it took 3 messages. And for a brand new person to come up with that verbiage themselves would have been a stretch. I wouldn't expect that.
What incredible support. I mean, I'm so glad that this came through our tour. And so, I'm so proud of you, Holly. And so would you say that these activities help shift your business recently because of all these activation workshop?
It absolutely did. It's getting people into action faster instead of somebody starting being like possibly waiting for their sponsor to meet with them or help with them, because we want them to slip right into the NDO first. That's,
Absolutely.
they're getting into action, even if the sponsor's not available that same day or the next day. And then I've done the activation calls, Zooms, and those have been great also, just with 3 people, and we're just doing them to get somebody new started.
Yep.
And it's I mean, it came from your tour here. And I love the word activate, because we're lighting them up. Like, we're giving people confidence.
And also, I think a lot of times, we've been doing this for so long. A lot of time for new people coming in, it's kind of like scary, quote unquote, for them to go tap into their network and not knowing what to say. And part of this activation workshop is that you help them, you support them together. And I love this. It's like, it's so creative to curate a message. Like, we're like Dr. Dan, right? Dr. Dan curate his ingredient with a product, but we get to curate a message. And by doing that, we're also duplicating. You helping them to curate a message along with other people participating. So everybody learning from that example, they're going to go out there and duplicate that. So beautiful work, Holly. Beautiful. Anything else you want to add to that?
It was Kim's brainchild to do this activation workshop. And I'm coachable. So you talk about what she talked about, which I wrote all those down. I'm coachable, just like all of you out there. So the more coachable you are, take this and put it to work. And I love the attributes that you talk about, because that's proven so true with my businesses that I've built in network marketing. And it is, you have to have clarity around the type of people that you want to be around. And coachable.
Talk about those attributes quickly. So, and then, please do that.
So the ones you listed, of course, were the positive, the open-minded. I add fun, because I like a fun side. But it is people that are hungry and they're willing to work. When you said those two, absolutely. They're coachable. They show up. So they show up, they're not just saying that they want this, they show up. And those are encompass so many of them. I like people that like to take risks. I do. And so I kind of add that one a little bit in there, that they're willing to take a little bit of a risk, because they have to get a little uncomfortable here. If they've never been an entrepreneur or in network marketing, they have to be a little uncomfortable, being out of their skin a little bit, and willing to learn, willing to fail, and willing to learn from that. And it's fun. This business is so much fun with the people that we meet.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Holly. I think what we need to do is we need to set up actually an activation call for everyone, so that people can, the leaders get engaged in this activation call. And then that way we have more people duplicating. And I think the part of the thing about, what everyone talk about, Amy and then Holly talk about the pipeline is.
What? Hey, Stephen.
Yes, Ed.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Holly just wrapped up, so we're gonna come back. I'll probably do part 4 with Adrianne, and I guess whatever Kim, how she closes this out. But that'll be a good. I think that's a good place to stop.
Great.
You missed a little bit of it. I know you've been going in and out, but we've gotten some great feedback from Amy Dunlap, Holly Demont.
Yeah, no question about it. Some very good nuts and bolts, foundational stuff. And this whole activation process is powerful. Make sure that we get people started the right way, give them the support they need to duplicate that effort with others. So, awesome.
Yeah, and like I said, we're in the Fierce Life group, Amy's group, and we have all these things in place. We have huddles daily every morning. So you can plug in, and you can watch these later in the day. So if you can't make it in the morning, you can watch them at your leisure.
Absolutely.
So like I said, we have all the systems in place. So connect with me, Ed Jaros, connect with my partner, Stephen Reeker. We'll love to plug you in, love to get you started. We appreciate you stopping by. And you can go to temovement.com if you like.
Yep, more information there. We look forward to connecting with you, answering any other questions you have and getting you started right as well. So thanks for being with us today. It's technology, but I came back. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks so much.
Okay. See you, Stephen. See you, everyone. Thank you.
All right. Safe travels tomorrow.